will damage both Trinamool Congress and the BJP. BJP are national enemy. We are fighting against them tooth and nail. The ideology stands very clearly because it is an Indian democratic system and the infrastructure of the states are not the same.
After years of dominating politics in Bengal, then you had CPM as your main enemy which brought you down. Your main enemy is now your best friend. So, who's bigger enemy of yours, Mamta or Modi?
Look, I can start it this way. It is true that once upon a time, when I was a college student, that time we fought against the left parties. That was very serious period we have crossed over. But as you know, the politics is a thing which is not static. It is gradually changing day by day. Some sort of dynamism, inner dynamism inside the Congress party and the left parties took place. And that dynamism, that dynamic system inspired us. The time has come to be united to fight back against the BJP and the Trinamool Congress. Apparently, it looks like this, that the BJP is one corner, another corner is the Trinamool Congress. They are loggerhead. But if you go in deep, then you will see, because I had been 15 years in Parliament, 12 years continuously in Rajya Sabha, I have seen their character very close. They said something, but they did something opposite. Such as 370, when we had a meeting with them, they said we will oppose this thing. Practically they opposed this thing, but when the election time come for voting, they worked out just to help the BJP. You know, she knows it very, very well. What was the condition between the then governor, Dhankar, and Mamta Banerjee? Loggerhead. They did not have any respect for each other. No respect. And the language they used, that is the language of what we say, Koltala language. Koltala means, jo local slum area people are having some sort of quarrel, etc., like this. Like this, the Koltala Jhagra. Koltala Jhagra means, Pranayji, in the slum area, for taking the drinking waters or water, whatever it may be, the people have started quarreling each other. Who will come and first and who will pour the water first, like this thing, what we said, the Koltala Jhagra. That means it's a small, minor matter, negligible thing.
Trinamool Congress and the governor.
Mamta and the plus Dhankar. That Dhankar himself had been to Darjeeling, talked to Assam Chief Minister. He also came to Darjeeling. Somehow he convinced Mamta Banerjee come to Darjeeling, have an interaction each other's. And there was a settlement. And when Dhankar contested as vice president, Mamta ji said, I will not support the Congress candidate, I will support some other person. What does it mean? So it is a setting. The people in the down level people in Bengal, particularly in Kolkata, they know it is a setting between the Trinamool and the BJP.
When you get 6-7 seats and you fight in all 42 seats, you will take votes from somebody. Now, who will you take those votes from? Will you take those votes? Will BJP suffer or will Trinamool suffer? Because you will cause damage to some other party. When you get votes.
No, we will damage both Trinamool Congress and the BJP. BJP are national enemy. We are fighting against them tooth and nail. What they did for Bengal, they have crashed all the public sector industries in Bengal. All the public sector in Bengal originated by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru while he was the Prime Minister of the country, and subsequently by Bidhan Chandra Rai. What they are doing, they are trying to close down all these industries, and they have already done all these things. So we are strongly opposed. Even when I got the information, they are trying to sell out the Durgapur steel plant. I was so annoyed that I took a strong stand inside the parliament. And I said to the minister, and ultimately he has to succumb. You should not, you cannot. If you do this thing, it will be the very bad example. We cannot accept it. Ultimately, they backed out. So we are fighting against the BJP. Ideological fight against the BJP and the Congress. Congress fight is an ideological fight, not the political fight.
You have an ideological fight with the CPM in Kerala and an ideological alliance in Bengal. So where is this ideology?
The ideology stands very clearly because it is an Indian democratic system and the infrastructure of the states are not the same. How can you, when we are saying that in our country, the states should have more power, states should know what is their real problem. So we have to fight when we are fighting the real cause of the state, at the same time real cause of the center. No problem to this. Nothing clash, no clash at all. Because in Kerala system and Bengal system is completely different. So there is, you cannot compare it to Bengal and Kerala.
Pradip, my question is, I really appreciate your optimism and enthusiasm. You are still fighting an election. But the point is, where are your people? Have you been able to energize younger people to, come out on the grounds and work for you? Do you have a support base amongst, to help the party along? We don't see that. They have mostly gone off to the BJP or the Trinamool, isn't it?
I say to you, practically the younger generation, if you inquire properly, if you go in depth, two things are happening all over the country. Because I moved around all over the country as a chairman of Home Standing Committee, I have seen two things. One, younger generation is more or less, they are thinking how we can build up our own career. Number two, they think that politics is such a thing. If we go and enter into the politics, we may not build up our own career. That is, so how can you stop these young people? Baba, you don't go to build up your own career, come to the party. Some of the young people, very handful of the young people, those who have no education or less education, or don't like to have any education in their life, this type of people, they enter in the different type of politics, with different types of parties, like Trinamool Congress, BJP, etc. I may not say this thing, but they have entered to collect something.
Thank you very much.